Hello, everyone, and welcome to D&B at AU4A. We have a guest with us today, and we've been having tea and talking about life and why Boris,
Hi.
Boris, who's our guest today, is.
Boris is a good friend of mine, actually, that some of our
And
viewers...
we'll tell everybody how we met Boris in a second.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay.
But the reason I wanted to introduce Boris, we were fascinated by his story, and the reason why we wanted to get him on video is so our patriots, our people of America, the ones that love America, the ones that appreciate and love their freedom, to educate you a little bit about what legal immigration is, what immigration stands for, and as up until now, what it always stood for in America.
And why people want to leave their country, and why do they want to come here and practice their freedom?
Absolutely.
This is a perfect opportunity, and this is a true case. You didn't hear about it, you didn't read. This is actually
This
what
is
goes
actually
on.
what's going on.
Absolutely.
And with that said, I would like to thank, during this very scary time in our lives, where we as Americans, knowing that we live in a free country and we have every opportunity to do what we are used to doing, to make our own decisions, to make our own changes, and to be able to live the American dream. And we found ourselves sitting in our houses, told by our government what to do and what not to do. This does not feel like a free country anymore. We don't know, a lot of us don't know, and most of us, I should say, don't know whether we are being protected or what we're protected from, or whether we're being controlled. And I think that's a question that a lot of people have. And the keyboard warriors are all over the internet, all over Facebook and Instagram and every other social media network, talking about what might be happening. But we want to cut the propaganda out, and we want to do things that we can make a change in. We want to be able to bring us and you the ability to make your own decisions, decide what's right and wrong for yourself. We are in a free country, and we want to keep it that way. With that said, I want to thank a lot of people that me and Boris are blessed, that we have been blessed to meet and become very good friends with. Number one, I would like to thank Jean Matisse. Through her late husband's artwork, he was a true patriot, Henry Matisse. And through his artwork, a lot of patriotism actually literally just woke me up, and what my parents immigrated, Boris's parents immigrated here for, and what our freedom stands for us. Jean Matisse became a very good friend of mine. She's an amazing person who lived with her husband fighting for freedom, and he died fighting for freedom. I also want to thank Kenny Lee, a country singer that is such a patriot.
Amazing person.
And is doing everything he can right now to protect our country, to support our president.
And his daughter.
And his daughter is a nurse.
Every
Right
day
there on the
putting
front
her
lines.
life on the line, yes.
Yes.
There are first responders right now.
We want to help. We want to thank Debbie Collins, who literally went from acting to protecting our borders physically.
That's right.
And her husband. I want to thank Shepard Clark, who is a champion figure skater, men's figure skating, and he's helping right now with all of his projects to make it so that we can actually do something to support
Our veterans.
Our veterans. I want to thank all the people that we've been involved with, the restaurant dynasty, who we've been privileged to meet, and became a very good friend of ours.
Actually feeding our first responders.
Yes.
Bringing food to hospitals, to nurses. Because at a time like this, when they actually cannot work, but they have the ability, they have people, they're paying them salary, they want to put it in. This is when America This is when America have to come together and help one another. And these are amazing people that we were blessed to meet and work with.
I want to thank everybody that me and Boris have met along the way of this long and very important journey. But
let me just
most
say
of
one
all,
more thing.
I want to thank an organization for not only uniting with us to help seniors,
Yes.
to help veterans, to bring our community, our local community together and to feed the people that need the help. And it's two women that has opened an organization called the Helping Hand that have been feeding thousands of people that right now are mostly seniors and their own children can't come and deliver food to them. Being blessed to Boris actually with one of the women of this organization.
Well, you know,
Was
good
friends.
good people stick together,
Yes.
right? I've known Alice since we were 12 years old.
Yes.
And just happened, we've been friends throughout our whole lives, back and forth, and doing what we do, uniting Americans. And she had this organization, we united we together. She got volunteers, I helped bringing people along, and every week we deliver food. We deliver bags to assisted living, veterans homes, people that are in need.
And how we do this. I think it's very important how we do this. A lot of people call in and give donations as food.
Yes.
Restaurants, stores, a lot of people give money to buy
Offices.
food. A lot of people that can't afford one or the other, they go and volunteer to deliver the bags. So one way or another, you can always help with something.
Yes.
If you can spare $1, that's great. If you can spare an hour, that's great. If you can spare some strength and help us bring the food, or if you're not in our state or not in our community, give us a call. Reach out to Boris and Diane, and we will help you find something like this in your community, which you can become a part of. With that said, Boris went to
With that
deliver.
said, it
deliver
just shows
food.
that good people always find each other. God works in mysterious ways. I was privileged when we came there to help pack the food and deliver them. I met Boris. Boris is an
met
amazing
Boris.
person. It's not, we haven't known each other for a long time, but after talking with each other, after first date, there was a great bond between us, and we found out we have a lot in common. First, we like to help people in need. That's number one. Second of all, our families are that's the most important thing to us. Our
It's a
children,
priority.
It's a priority. And we do want the same thing. We want to live in a free country. We want to give ability to our children, our family, make choices on their own without being their government told what to do. And then I heard a story. From Boris. He's an amazing man, what he went through. He's gonna tell that himself. I'm gonna try some. Boris has been in America not for long. He's coming from former Soviet Union,
Yeah.
right? Now it's Russia, but still things are bad, not good everywhere. And he's the person that lived through it. So I would like you to interview Boris, ask some questions. So and I'm gonna try to translate. Megan, please take it away.
So, when my husband, Boris, came home and told me about Boris' story, I was very taken back. Because living in America since I was 5 years old, and Boris since he was 12 years old, knowing what our parents went through and brought us here and why they brought us here, it's very important for us to do what we do now because we want to keep this beautiful country the way it is, the way we had the opportunity to raise our child in. Boris came from the Soviet Union. He came from the Soviet Union how long ago?
Cool.
What?
How long ago did you come from
When
the
did you come here to
Soviet
the
Union?
States?
Maybe over
Half a year ago.
Half a year ago. The
The
place
reason-
is close to Dagestan. Dagestan is one of the republics, more on
Dagestan, South Russia is really
more on the southern part of Russia.
maybe it's Volgograd city, Stalingrad, and Stavropol and Astrakhan.
Okay.
We're not going to give too much information today. Even though we're in a free country, Boris's wife and kids are back in their own country. And the reason Boris is very nervous for their lives, and the reason Boris is here and wants to become a legal citizen in a legal way. Not just jump the border. Boris came here as a tourist, on a tourist visa.
Yeah.
And his visa is going to be expiring soon. And right now the priority is to get Boris's wife and kids here because they were threatened in their country. There's issues, and we as Americans need to support the people that legally need help. What Boris was fighting in his own country is the opportunity to be a citizen, to pay his taxes, and the opportunity to live the life that his country promised him. With that said, he was not agreeing with everything the country was doing to change the laws at the time. And when he called out for help, per se, and said that I want to talk to somebody that actually needs to help me and the people in my country, not to change these laws so they don't work against the people, but work for the people, he was shut down, he was quieted, he was beat up, he was
intimidated. He lost his job.
He lost his job. His wife does not have a job right now.
He had to leave the place where he used to live. He has to put his wife somewhere where nobody could find her, so he can...
And have his family support her. He can't support her from here. He came here, he's trying to get a job, trying to do things legally, but unfortunately, Boris, or fortunately for us, the patriots, Boris did not jump the border. Boris came here legally.
Yes.
So in order for Boris to become a citizen, Boris needs to pay a lot of money for legal fees. Boris needs to get a lawyer. And Boris needs to get this on his own. With that said, Boris decided that one of the things he needs to do as a person, as a human being, for the country that he